Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Alia Shafiqah and today I want to explain about a TikTok. I want to make a 5 minutes video about a TikTok video that I watched on YouTube. The topic is about how childhood trauma affect health across a lifetime. When we think about childhood, we often imagine it's a time of innocence and growth, a period when children should feel safe, nurtured, and supported. Unfortunately, for many children, this is not the reality. Around the world, millions grow up facing abuse, neglect, or family instability. These experiences are often dismissed as emotional wounds that can be gotten over with time. But as Dr. Nadine Bird Harris powerfully explains in her TED Talk, childhood trauma is much more than a painful memory. It's a serious medical condition that can affect both mind and the body for entire lifetime. Dr. Bird Harris mm, also introduced us to the concept of toxic stress. Unlike ordinary stress, which we all faces in our daily life, toxic stress happens when children are exposed to severe and ongoing adversity, such as physical and emotional abuse, domestic violence, substance abuse in the household or neglect. Without enough supports for caring adults, while temporary stress can motivate or strengthen us, toxic stress overwhelms the developing brain and body. Uh, it will flood children's system with stress hormones, rewires how their brains process information, and even change the way the DNA is expressed. This is not just about the theory. The groundbreaking Adverse Childhood Experience ASE study by the Centers for Disease Control and Kaiser Permanente revealed a shocking connection between early trauma and mental health. The study found that people with high ACE scores, meaning that they had lived through multiple forms of trauma, were far more likely to suffer from heart disease, lung disease, depression, substance abuse, and even career. In fact, high levels of toxic stress could shorten a person's lifespan by as much as 20 years. What could shorten a person's lifespan by as much as 20 years was like uh, didn't finding shows is that trauma does not live in the past, but it lives in the body. Dr. Burke Harris' own experience as a pediatrician brought these statistics to life. In her clinic, she repeatedly saw children struggling with learning difficulties, behavioral issues, and chronic illness. At first glance, they seem to be unrelated conditions, but when she looked deeper, a pattern emerged. Many of these children had history of serious trauma, like instead of asking what's wrong with you, she realized the more important way the question have to ask what happened to you. This shift in perspective changed how she treat her patients. The science shows that toxic stress has wide-reaching effects. It disrupts the immune system, making people like more vulnerable to disease. It alters hormonal systems, keeping the body in a constant state of fight or flight. It even affects brain regions like the prefrontal cortex or amygdala, which are responsible for decision making impulse control, and emotional regulation. As a result, children exposed to repeated trauma like may struggle in school, find it difficult to manage emotion, and they feel like don't want to study or turn to risky behavior as a way of coping. These struggles, left untreated, often snowball into health and social problems in adulthood. I think that's all for the explanation. That's all the explanation for me. Thank you and see you in the next video.